Alright, you guys. I'm gonna do NASDAQ and SPX update. We're gonna start off. So last night, 19. Okay, so last night here, this was. Alright, sorry. So last night, this is what there to pay attention to. I said that we need a NASDAQ to stay here around 11:45 to 12:30, so that we can break this, close here at 2, and then continuing up and go for it. If not, because we didn't have no data in the morning, and since we don't have no data in the morning, there's nothing for investors, traders, to pump the market or start putting money in. Let's got discount. It's like every day there's a big data. The market either will dump the night before, so it can go to a good discount, buy low. As the market rallies them up, traders take the trade, and then they wait for the actual news to get out. Other traders, they trade right when the data's about to get out, and that's when they get fucked over. So normally, the market either, when there's data, the next day the market either tends to rally on up that same night, especially if we're having good news, whether it be the Fed said something good news about the market, or the data's been coming out good. So traders, investors, and it tend to pump the market before the data comes out the night before, or they dump, and then around, if the data's coming out early at 5:30 in the morning, then the market, if it's dumping, the market will then start reversing around 2-3 in the morning. So that's when I said something that pay attention here was that, notice how we fell early as fuck, and as we get to, so this is 12, 11, 10, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So we fell here early. Actually, this is where I was recording around this time, actually. And I said we needed to be here at 11:45, 12:30. The fact that we broke this square right here, which was important to hold, and then we were testing it, was all red flags. But the fact that it didn't fail, it didn't react at the time that it needed to. So normally in between 11:45 12:30, it'll make a move, but it actually started early, which I didn't like. On top of that, I also said, I said if we do stop dropping, and especially late, especially around 1 o'clock, if it's gonna drop like I said in the video, on the last video, if it's gonna drop, it's gonna drop 11:45, 12:30, and it's gonna start that way. It'll continue close 12 o'clock outside, and then 1, 2, and just keep going down type of thing. But the other thing that I'll do is it'll make the move, but it'll make it in the last hour before the 12-hour candle closes. So I said, hey, what it could also do is it could drop at 1, bullshit here, and then at 2 o'clock go back in and then continue with the path. And that's exactly what I did, and I did a short about it. I did a before and after. I explained to you guys why I was doing this or whatnot. And there it goes, 2 o'clock, back in the box. The moment it goes back in the box, that's where you go for a buy, because it's already telling you the market's going to start rallying up. What investors were now looking for was Tesla and Google. As the day went on, you were then gonna see the market pumping on up, expecting that Google and Tesla were gonna have good earnings to push the market back up, but it didn't. I fucking blew up my nose. Sorry about that. Alright, so it did. And we have 12. And actually did it way earlier. It did it at 12. So 12 and then 1. Because it knows 2 o'clock is the last important really hour that really matters. And look how 2 shoots right above that weekly, which is an important area to pass. So after that, you would still continue because it's just how this shit plays out. It's just how you can say whatever the fuck you can say. Oh, it went up because whatever the fuck. It's been oversold or been whatever you want to fucking say. It's all about time to me. Alright, so then there it goes. And notice after that how it just waits here. And it's now creating support here. That's what I was noticing the whole day. That when we get close to it, here comes the data. I think there was some data, but it wasn't even a point. Data comes out at 5:30. The market reacts. Let's see, up, down, up. The market reacts positive to it. The market opens at 6:30. Emotions goes up, but then you also, so here you see like, oh, I missed the move, whatever. You also gotta remember 7:45 to 8:30 is when it makes a move. So just because it's pumping up at 6, 7 in the morning, and think about it, doesn't mean it's gonna keep on pumping all day. You got till 2 p.m. for earnings to come out. You mean tell me from 6:30 in the morning it's gonna keep on pumping all the way up? No. On top of that, the market was nervous. The market didn't know what was happening. The market just had a bad week of, hey, this is you guys, this is the peak. Is this a peak? I think it is. All that shit. So the uncertainty is there. On top of that, the uncertainty that is Tesla gonna have good earnings? Is Google gonna have good earnings? Is that even earnings? If they're gonna help the market even? So all these you could tell just how the market was reacting this whole time. Here you go, 9 o'clock. So the moment it was doing this, especially around that time, I was like, okay, it's just gonna buy time here. It's gonna buy time here, and because they don't really know how the earnings are gonna come up, but they're expecting it to be good. That way, the market can rally on up. And hey, forget about that. Forget about that news or that drama that we were talking about last week about the markets peaking and this and that. But since that didn't happen, okay, okay. So, anyways, okay, where was that? I forget my bad. So then Google releases, and see when it started doing this, when it started, as we got, because normally when we get closer, you tend to go on up. So the fact that it was doing this, especially at this time, 10, 11, that's when the moves start happening, where it starts going up, anticipating good news. The moment it started, it broke this. First of all, it broke this area right here. So actually, this area was important to keep track of. Also, where your 4-hour candles were closing. So even though you were up here in the 3-hour candle, you actually were paying attention to this area right here. Seeing the 4-hour candle, Yeah, seeing the 4 hour and the 8 hour candle, that was telling you, hey, if we break this and we go down here in this area, pay attention because we could be dropping because there's been the resistance area where we keep closing every 8 hour candle and 4 hour candle. And even the 12 one. So the fact that it was doing that, and the fact even this right here, this was telling you, hey, there's a box right here, and this is what you gotta pay attention to. This is where you want the market to hold if you want to go for a bull run or whatever you want to call it. And then you will go to your 1 hour candle. And my indicator probably at some point was telling you here to go for a sell. If you go down, you can't do it now because the move already happened. It's focused somewhere else, but it's even here. Indicator for an entry. Pretty sure if I go 3, I'll do it right here. Move it actually. So yeah, everything. That's why I was like, that's what I don't like. I was telling the homie, don't do that. Don't go on a buy or sell, especially when the market is right on the border. By border, I mean this: like you want to go on a trade down here in this place. You don't want to wait for the market to whatnot and do all this shit or whatnot. That's where you fuck yourself over because you don't know how the data's gonna react. Also, you don't know, even if the data is good, that doesn't mean the market's gonna react good to it. It happens so many times. All right, so then we have an 11, another red flag, 11:45, 12:30. So if you knew it was already 11, then and you were seeing the box, which a bunch of people and my friend doesn't have the boxes or get them or doesn't know where they're at. This box, it needs to be right here 11:45, 11:15, 11:30, 11:45, so they can go for that move and break this area that's been stuck on. They've been stuck on right here, so it will make sense for this to hold and then shoot and break that pattern. Why? Because Tesla's coming out and Google's coming out with their earnings and da 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 da. So the moment you saw that, I was like, oh, they don't think it's gonna come out good earnings, so whatever the fuck it is. And then and then finally, you have this. Wait, it doesn't make sense. Tuesday. Why does it say 1 p.m. if right now, it's right now, right? What the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. It should be 10 o'clock right now, not fucking 1 o'clock Tuesday. Am I fucking tripping? See, this makes sense. Or am I looking at the wrong one? Come on. So this one says 22. SPX says... Oh, I was looking at the wrong one then or something. Okay, I'm tripping. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm tripping. I'm hella tripping. Okay, yeah. So we fell here at 12, and look at this. It stayed right there. You know why it stayed right there, and especially above, right close to the weekly? Because the investors were hoping that Tesla was gonna come out with good earnings. That's why I was doing this. And I was telling the homie, look, now that Google came out with its earnings, now they're waiting for Tesla. And he was hoping that they're gonna be good, but you don't want to do that. You don't want to go when you don't know how the market's gonna react to the data, and you're right there. Like, you don't want to do that. So what happened? The market opened. Bad news. And then look where it stopped. Right on the trend line. Right on the same trend line that it bounced on just the other day. So when I saw that, I told the homie, hey, it's gonna go down. it's gonna go down to a trend line or past the trend line. And I was thinking about this today. It's like it's either gonna go on up, seem like we're gonna go on up, we're gonna have them bad news, it's gonna come back down on the trend line, break it, and then we're gonna struggle to go back in here. The data's gonna come out at 5:30 because we have two datas coming out. The data's gonna come out at 5:30. They're most likely gonna be bad, and it's gonna continue with this pattern on down and going down. Instead of like yesterday, notice how yesterday we were still here above the trend line, so it was still hope. We had Tesla coming out. Monday we were fucking looking good and everything, so everything was playing out. Biden, stepped down, so that's what pushed the market on up. So I was like, these motherfuckers, if it's not good data, then it's gonna come back down and actually break it this time. And instead of getting back on the trend line, it's gonna struggle. And then the data for tomorrow is not gonna help it. It's gonna make it worse, and it's gonna continue with the trend line. And then it's gonna go back again to this area right here, this crucial area. And again, is this for the market and so and so. And what could happen is that data is gonna save us, and again we're gonna be back in the trend line, and it's gonna give us that just time to fucking just to keep the market still fucking bullish or whatever whatnot. Because we have important data coming out. I don't know about Thursday and Friday, but I don't know about Thursday, but I know Friday we got important data. And the other thing you want to pay attention to is so yeah, that's the plan for that. And again, it's 11:45, 12:30. So then we can continue going up here. But I don't really see it, yo. I ain't gonna lie, I don't really see it. So I wouldn't be even go for a buy or this and that, because especially how it broke the trend line and where it's at and everything. I don't see it. I would see it if it was held in this area right here and it was bouncing. And then I would have said, hey, you guys, look, it's waiting right here because we got data tomorrow. So at 11:45 till 30, it's going to be right here bouncing up and da-da-da. See routine going up throughout the night and all that bullshit. But since we broke the trend line, that's why I don't see it. And it's stuck in this area right here. You see how it's stuck right here? So it's going to be stuck right here. It's going to be a hard time passing out of here. So anyways, yeah, that's what I got for that. That's what I got for that. And my entry is telling you, hey, your entry's right here. And I'm pretty sure the targets are down here. Yeah. So my indicator was telling you, hey, this is your entry if you want to go for a sell. It should be here. Watch. Yeah, there you go. This 45-minute candle. First target already hit. Alright, so anyways, NASDAQ. And they're brothers, so they look the same. Come on, buddy. And then something I want to point out is, again, we've been in this foundation right here, and we're coming down towards it. Especially how you've seen the play, how you have that data at 5:30. The market, after having these bad, like we were hoping for the earnings, and since we have no earnings now, it's like, well, that's it. Well, now we gotta wait for this data, and hopefully it's good. So the hope and the belief is not really there. Like the market is like now like accepting, like, hey, you guys, we might just continue on dropping throughout the night, especially after especially how close it is to that area. So it dropped and it create an H. And when you create an H, especially when you complete it, you tend to drop it. And there was an ugly H, but it's an H right there. You can tell easily it's a fucking H. Let me see Fibonacci. I'm pretty sure that 50 Fibonacci was right here at some point with these candles. It's hanging on the 50 right here. But something that I have been told plenty of times, when there's a gap, the market tends to complete that gap. And once it reaches that gap and it closes it, and by that I mean like it goes and completes the section that it missed, the market will go up here, and then it'll fucking go back down. It makes sense because of the 52. So, but then again, I don't see the market going up throughout the night, especially this high, unless we go down. We hold this area right here. Oh, there's a box right there too. Okay, that's a box. It's just my dick in the box. There you goes. Oh, it's a box right there. You see how I light it because it's already in the box. You see how important it is having these boxes? Alright, yeah, so that makes sense. So again, 945. So you can go on up past this area right here. Most likely gonna fucking struggle right here in this region. If we do get right here in this area. And then bullshit here. And then as we get to 530 going up. But again, since I just see it bullshitting here. And then most likely going on down throughout the night. Maybe around if we're right here by 12:45, I mean 11:45 or 12:15, we're gonna start going on down. And that's it. That's it for Nasdaq. That's it for Nasdaq. I'll see if I can do an update. I'll probably do a short update of it. But that's about it. Alright, this is Brian Seacrest. I'm out.